Hello my friends, and welcome back to my channel, Coffee Tea Paper. Today I'm going to share with you a flip through of my childhood travel scrapbook to Japan. I went there as a small child with my parents and we backpacked and caught the bullet train around Japan for a month, a bit over a month. It was such an amazing holiday. Even though I was quite little, I still have some of the most vivid memories because it was so different to anything that I had experienced before in my small life at that stage. There was the map of our route that we took. The bullet train was this particular line was fairly new, and because I wasn't really up to writing things at this stage, what we used to do was my mum would have me collect things that I liked, so brochures from places that we visited, the tickets of course, and because I didn't have a camera, I used to collect postcards as my pictures to put into my travel scrapbook. Here is Tokyo Disneyland. It was very new at the time, so it was quite small. It only had quite a small footprint comparatively, and reading through the brochure, some of the information in there is quite funny. They had, for example, a pet minding service where you could bring your pet and leave it with pet minders for the day. I don't know if that's something they still offer, but it certainly struck me as quite unique and interesting. I really enjoyed. This was my second visit to a Disneyland. I had been to the one in America I think the year before, and so those memories were enough for me to anticipate visiting this Disneyland, but it was quite different. I've since been back with my own children, which is very special. Both my parents passed away quite a while ago. They had me quite late in life, and so having these travel scrapbooks that my mum did the writing in this actually is something that's really precious, and particularly for this holiday, as it made a really big impression on me. So what prompted this was Travelers Factory have just announced that they're releasing a new limited edition journal cover for this hotel, the Kanaya Hotel in Nikko, and we stayed there, and I have such vivid memories of staying there because it was the first time that I slept or even heard of a futon bed. And when we arrived, I was really upset because I was very tired. I was very little and we were backpacking. I had to do the walking myself. There was no carrying. And I remember walking into the hotel room and there was no bed, and just bursting into tears. And when the lovely lady came and set up our special dinner and provided the yukatas, and afterwards set up the futon bed, I was absolutely amazed. It was such a unique experience. I still remember that. There were a few tears in Japan. It was you never quite knew what you were getting. For example, a lot of the food was very strange to little me, and I didn't recognize a lot of it. And one day I thought I recognized a jam donut, and I was so excited to have this jam donut, and my parents let me get it to have on the train while we were traveling between different cities, and I bit into this jam donut that I had been anticipating for hours, only to discover that it had red beans in it. I promptly burst into tears. The irony is, after I got over that initial shock, I really liked it, and Japanese red bean flavor in their taiyaki and the Japanese red bean pancakes is actually one of my favorite things now. So yeah, it was quite the learning curve for little me. Anyway, I hope you enjoy this flip through of my childhood Japan travel scrapbook. I guess it gives you a bit of an insight of where my journaling and love of journaling and travel and collecting things began. If you haven't already and you would like to, please consider subscribing to my channel. I hope to see you here again. I'll say goodbye for now, and we'll just finish looking through the rest of my travel scrapbook. Thank you so much for watching.